Hello, my name is Lortie, and today I'm going to be talking about the Picture Exchange Communication System, which is also known as PECS. PECS is a great tool for individuals with autism spectrum disorder, who have language barriers, or who struggle with sign language. This is definitely a great tool besides sign language and some other communication devices. So for the first step of PECS, you would start out with one icon on the front, which is a very preferred item. And you would full physically prompt the individual to grab the icon, place it on the communication strip, rip off the communication strip, and hand it to their therapist. And they would point to the item, and the therapist would say, tablet. And in return, they would get the tablet. And once they've mastered this with a full physical prompt, you can move down to a partial physical, a gestural, and then independently. And once they've mastered one icon independently, I suggest that you start adding icons one at a time, so it's easier for them to discriminate between different icons on the front or different icons that are inside. And once they've mastered approximately 8 to 10 icons on the front, the next tool is to add a sentence structure, which in this case I would start out with I want. So once you add a sentence structure, you should full physically prompt the child to put I want and then their preferred item on the sentence strip, and then they would rip it off, and then again they would point I want tablet as the therapist reads it to them. And once they've moved down the prompt hierarchy with I want, it's definitely a good tool to add other sentence structures with this. So I see is definitely another great sentence structure to add. And a great way to start this out is through tacting. So you could hold up a picture or an object of, say, bubbles. And you could start out with full physically prompting them to use I see, and then bubbles, and then they would rip it off, and they would point I see bubbles as the therapist reads it to them. And once again, you would move down the prompt hierarchy scale, a full physical, partial physical, then a gestural, and then an independent. That way, PECS is definitely a well-rounded communication system for them. It's easy for them to use. They're able to discriminate between the icons on the front and what is their most preferred items. And then they're going to be able to hand the communication strip to anybody. So if somebody was sitting on a ball that a child wanted, they could use their PECS and put I want ball and hand it to the individual who's on the ball, and then they would receive that in return.